8.8 kilometres to go. 5 kilometres in. Good lord. Almost up the climb. I have just passed the start mark of the Rocacorba, which is an iconic Girona climb. I don't really know that much about it, I'm not gonna lie, but I know that it is punishing. I've already cycled 22 kilometres from the centre of Girona where I'm staying. It is already about 17 degrees. The gear has not quite changed. I don't really know what to expect because I obviously live in a quite hilly place. I do quite a lot of elevation gain anyway, but not, I don't think, iconic Spanish climb level by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll see. Also, apparently the last couple of kilometres are the worst. I've seen quite a lot of cyclists already this morning, although so far none on this climb. I imagine they're all a little bit earlier than I am. But hey ho, planning afterwards on freewheeling down and going for lunch in Banyoles, which is the town at the bottom of the climb on a lake. I'm already excited for patatas bravas. Already, that's all I'm thinking about, is the potato-based goods. Okay, and the descent. The descent is going to be incredible. Girona has been absolutely amazing so far, and I've hired a gravel bike because I was gravel riding yesterday. It's got SRAM Apex electric gears, which is just crazy. My first time using those. My first time riding one by, actually. I quite like it. What is amazing about Girona, just like it was in Mallorca in October, is just how much of a paradise for cyclists it is. Like, I did know that, but it's not until you get here that you really see what it's truly like, and it's just wild. I don't fit in very much. I'm not wearing the right socks for a start, or the right shoes. But I'm not going to fly with multiple pairs of shoes. .8 kilometres to go. 5 kilometres in. Good lord. Not much left to the peak of Rocacorba. Made it to the top of Rocacorba in record time of, I have absolutely no idea, I think like an hour and a half at least. Oh my gosh, it just kept going, switchback after switchback. But what a view. Now I've got a 13.5 kilometre descent ahead of me, of which is pure descent. I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry. Okay, so let me tell you the entire thought process I had before I cycled up the Rocacorba. I got to Girona and I was not intending on cycling up that hill, mountain, whatever you want to call it, at all. But when you walk around Girona, you just see the word Rocacorba everywhere, and I thought, I'm just gonna do it. The reason why I wasn't gonna do it originally was because there are loads of other places to cycle around Girona anyway, and Rocacorba just has such a huge reputation for being an epic switchback road climb. And so my brain immediately thought, well, if it's that epic, I probably can't do it. And that is absurd. I knew the elevation gain, which is like 900 and something meters, and the climb starts 20 kilometers outside of Girona. So I knew it would be around a 60 to 70 kilometer round trip in total. And obviously there's other elevation gain on the way to the climb itself, although not that much. So the whole total for the day would be about 1200, 1300 meters of elevation, which I have done before. Not often I do that much, like maybe 800, 900 is a more typical elevation gain that I might do on a hilly ride, but doing 1200, 1300 meters isn't completely out there for me. So just looking at the numbers alone, it wasn't beyond me, but my brain still told me that it was. And then I just thought, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. If I can't do it, whatever that means, I don't know what can't really means in that situation, because what would I literally run out of daylight hours? Of course not, that's absurd. But I figured that if I want to just stop at some point and turn round, I can do that. I can just stop and cycle back down again and go back to my apartment in Girona. It's not like once you start a climb, you have to finish it. And so I headed out at a pretty reasonable hour of about 10 in the morning and cycled up Rocacorba. Here is one major thing though I will note about Rocacorba. The way that navigation apps typically send you from Girona to the start of the climb is along a short section of very fast motorway, dual carriageway, some extremely fast road, I guess probably dual carriageway. And I saw so many cyclists cycling on this, and it's really common and it's allowed, it's fine, but you've still got cars hooning it past you so fast. So because I had a gravel bike, using the gravel trails around that road on the route to the beginning of the climb was super easy for me. And I would say that most of them are actually doable on a road bike too, because they are very compact gravel, like almost very fine gravel. So as a result, the route I took was a little bit less direct to the bottom of the climb than if you just smashed it along the dual carriageway, but it was so much calmer, so much more beautiful, and much more chill than it would be had I had trucks going past me at 70 miles an hour. Obviously, if you're on a tri-bike or some other extremely fancy road bike that you've bought or hired there, you don't want to take it on gravel tracks. But if you're on a gravel bike or a road bike with reasonably wide tyres, then I would highly recommend doing that because it's just so much calmer. So what I really learned from cycling up Rocacorba is that your brain gets in the way more than elevation does a lot of the time. Just because something is an iconic climb doesn't mean you can't do it, doesn't mean I can't do it. You just need to go and do it and try. And if you decide to not carry on, you can literally just turn your bike around and freewheel back down again. And if it's a good one, there should be a decent cafe at the bottom. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.